In this episode, we will be answering the question, can tenants paint whenever they want? This answer is brought to you by AmerUSA, where you can screen tenants 24 hours a day. It would seem to most that painting a rental property should not be that big of a deal. After all, before moving out, one could simply repaint what they painted differently. But aside from the tenancy agreement issues we'll discuss in a moment, painting by itself can have consequences if the wrong materials are used. For example, especially with older homes, if you paint a latex over an oil-based product, it will eventually peel and just be disastrous. The same type of peeling scenario can also occur if you were to use a flat latex paint over a sheen such as a satin or a semi-gloss enamel. Once the peeling starts, it has to be removed, otherwise it's an ongoing problem. Aside from the material concerns, there's also the issue of just technique. While the art of painting may come easy for some, many can't do it without crossing the line on your walls, your trim, your doors, your floor, and your appliances. This is why we suggest all landlords have a clause in their lease agreement that specifically addresses a tenant making improvements, alterations, and redecorating a dwelling unit, without binding the tenant to a landlord's right to refuse. Some tenants may go ahead and make these changes without thinking of the consequences. After all, what's the big deal? They'll be moving out in a year. And if a landlord does not bind them in the residential lease agreement, the tenant can make the change. So if you're a tenant, think twice about what you're doing, be reasonable, and please do a good job. And if you're a landlord, you better modify that lease agreement, because paint isn't always pretty. If you would like to see more videos about being an American landlord, please like and subscribe.